So apparently, when you criticize Daisy Jr., you don't just get a response. You get a police case, a lecture, and your own father summoned like a witness. Welcome to the Nyabohanse justice system, where content creators play detective, judge, and prosecutor. So watch this clip, then we digest everything what David Jr. is saying, threatening Lucas the Traveler, and goes ahead telling Lucas the Traveler that he is the one who is educating her sister. So let us dive in, let us watch, then we digest it for further analysis, guys.
Hodi. Mambo. Mko poa? Mambo. Mzee yuko? Hi.
Hi.
Your brother is really abusing me. And he doesn't know I take care of you. He's really abusing me.
What has he done for you?
When I decide to involve the cops and I have evidence, everything. Where is your dad?
My dad has gone up Nyabohanse.
Your brother is really abusing even my parents. Surely, what's that? I just come to tell your brother what's really happening. Ndugu yake ananitusi bana. Huyu mmoja na hajui mimi ndo nalipia huyu msichana shule, school fees. Can you imagine that? He's really mpaka anatusi wazazi wangu.
He has really done bad.
Imagine, can you imagine that? Abusing even my parents, honestly. And he doesn't know I pay for you school fees. Or you should tell him so that he can know. Hey, if he really understands himself, why can't he demolish all these mud houses and start building? Why can't he change the whole thing, this situation here? Because it's pure poverty. Look, even the toilet that they always go through. Why can't he change, you know?
Bathroom.
Look, even the bathroom. You know, at times these haters, I truly sympathize with them. You know? Imagine mama, na mimi nafanya vitu zangu mbali huko, mimi sisumbui mtu. Na akijaribu kucheza na mimi hata ishia pazuri. Acha babake akuje nimwambie ukweli kitu yenye iko. Asikataza mtoto wake, sheria tutachukua.
That is very bad.
Na asipokataza mtoto wake, sheria tutachukua.
Lakini by the way,
kama wameamua mbaya kutukana wazazi wangu, mimi sitaki. Na unajua vile babangu anafanya kazi.
Very hard work.
Kutokana venye sisi tuko na pesa na tuko nazo, lakini babangu bado anaenda shambani. Mpaka saa hii baba anaenda shambani. Acha babake akuje nimwambie. Mimi asijaribu kucheza na mimi. Tafadhali. Look guys, they are really staying in poverty. Look, even the toilets. Look, even these haters had brains. They could demolish everything. You know? Ah, yeah, the dad is there. Shikamo baba.
Marahaba, jambo.
Mimi niko na mauchungu.
Ya nini that?
Nani kijana wako mzee anatusi wazazi wangu, ananitusi. Ona vitu zenye anaweka. Ona. Ukiangalia vizuri hii ni picha ya baba yangu. Ukiona hata hii ni picha ya baba yangu. Huyo ni huyu Lucas, huyu mmoja mzee. Najua huyo Lucas mimi ndio nasaidia hata dada yako. Hii ni heshima kweli. Ndio nimekuja nimewaambia mimi msipomuonya nikichukua sheria hata umuite hapo umuulize. Anajua Kenya anafanya.
Unajua wakati nimeteremka nimeona amepigia kina Facebook, nimeona wanateremka.
Hiyo ni grupu moja. Hiyo ni grupu moja. Tafadhali mwambie ache kutusumbua, afanye vitu zake. Tafadhali. You know me, I don't like this kind of drama, but these people, they push me to the core. And it's not like I can't even, use the law to follow these people.
Yeah, Dave, it's so painful. But
very, very painful. Imagine people abusing even your parents. Online, on social media, speaking lies.
Sorry for that.
Si basi anitusi mwenye tunalingana na yeye kuliko kuingilia wazazi wangu.
Yeah, Davy, yeah, that's so painful, but sorry for that.
Ni grupu moja. Hao ndio wananitusi.
Mimi damu itamwagika hapa. Mimi sitaki ujinga.
Mwambie kwambie kitu anafanya kwa mtandao na asipofanya nitawaonesha hapa.
Action ya kutukana onda. Reaction. Sijamtusi simu yote.
Ona. Ona picha zenye anatumia
bila kuweka ondari.
Ona mzee, huyo ni baba. Ona sura yenye wanamweka mzee. Kabisa baba yangu mzazi. Mwenye ametuzaa ndio huyu. Na hata sijamwambia. Na je nikimwambia
tumepiga na Gintu huyu si.
Mbona uweke kwa video zako?
Sasa mnapigaje mzee? Mnamtusi mzee ondari. Hatujamtusi.
Hii nini unafanya? Mimi nakuuliza. Kutumia mzee mnamweka hivi.
Lakini
mpaka babako apatikane. Mbona mtumie picha za babangu?
Ondari anapatikanaje hapa?
Mzee mzima kabisa. Anapatikana aje hapo? This is the hater.
Sisi video yangu ndio ondari mmempata wapi?
Mbona mumweke? Ndio nakuuliza amefuata nini hapo?
Hapa tulikuwa huko kwa pasi huko nini?
Nakuuliza wewe, babangu anafuata nini kwa hizi vitu kwa mtandao hivi? Baba mzazi kabisa, hata nimwambie akuje hapa saa hii. Ndio nakuuliza picha zake zinafanya nini hapo? Nakuuliza, I'm asking this hater, why my dad is on the thumbnails of this picture? Are you really okay? Are you really okay? This is your dad. I'm recording. And know that I'm recording. Ndio nakuuliza babangu anafanya nini hapa?
Hawatutukani
kabisa mzee.
Wao kwa nini mkiingia?
Nasaidia mpaka dada yake. If you had brains, why could you help your sister?
Kama kweli mlikuwa mtusi, mbona mnaita vijana wengine wanakuja?
Na tutawashika na I will arrest them.
Surprise ni huko.
Si surprise ni huko.
Wanafuata nini hapa?
Wamefuata nini hapa? He was calling other haters.
Ndio maana nimewarudisha.
You know?
Imekuaje saa hizi ninakuja hapa ndio mnawapigia? Si wangeleta hiyo surprise.
Mbona wangeleta mapema? Mzee asante kwa sababu unasimamia ukweli. Na mimi nimekasirika na huyu.
Wangekuja kwa muda wao, sio saa hizi.
Wameniona hapa.
Wakati Daudi amenipigia na kuja na wao wanakuja ni kama
he was calling other haters to come.
Nawaita. Embu kama mtu unatufanya biashara, ni biashara mnafanya. Wacha kutusi wazee.
Mbona wazazi wangu? Ndio nakuuliza, mbona usiniweke hapa?
Ingekuwa video yangu ilifungefunga. Ingefungiwa channel.
Nakuuliza, mbona uweke wazazi wangu hapa? Mimi nakuuliza. Hata nimwambie akuje saa hii, mnamjua? Kwa hivyo babangu anaweka kwa video ovyo ovyo hivi. Na unajua kenye unafanya. Now the videos, I'll follow them to our lawyers and he will take an action. I'm telling you, and your dad is here. You are a hater. Refrain from what you are doing. Tukuje tukuoneshe hivi ndio video zinafanywa, usaidie watu wengine.
Kati ya video yako.
Sikati. I'm recording and your dad is right here. Mzee anamwambia huyu kama anataka usaidizi huyu alikuwa anafanya kazi kwa brother yangu.
Nakumbuka.
Maro ni mtu muungwana kweli. Alikuja kutoka ngambo akasema kila mtu anataka kuona akifanya vitu zake. Wenye wamefuata masharti yake wamefanikiwa kweli kabisa, mnaweza ona kabisa. Lakini wenye wako musikia wanasumbua kila mtu. Saa hii tumetoka huko ngambo, Mokami ananitusi. Nimemuitia mpaka maaskari wanamtafuta. Huyo Mokami nimemnunulia mpaka mbuzi tatu. Mpaka mbuzi. Msichana wako mpaka nimempeleka mpaka wakati alikuja nilimsaidia. Huyo hata hajui hivyo.
Lakini gati.
I don't like what you are doing, and I have to tell my dad, I have to tell everybody.
It is 2 days without Village Boy posting any video, but today I'm starting this episode. So it is because I was lacking bundles to upload video, but I'm now back, and let us engage. I'm very thankful for all the supporters, every individual. So let us dive in to this episode without leaving anything. Let us dive. Yeah, good people, good individuals, ladies and gentlemen. So after watching that clip, I'm going to digest everything step by step. Before I do that, I have to appreciate our subscribers, because thank you for supporting this YouTube channel. That is what I can say. And to the new viewers, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and let us keep on engaging, because anything you comment, either positive, either negative, I really appreciate. First, I have to apologize because I've taken 2 days without uploading any video. The reason is because I lacked bundles, but I have to appreciate that today I have bundles. So keep it tuned, keep it a reality. So for those who are coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, I do videos on village lifestyle, on commentary and reaction, where I'm analyzing everything. Yeah, these are village content creator, and my survival in the village actually depends on the contents that I make. So this is what actually sustains us in the village, through content creation. So let us support every video that I do. Let us engage. Let us watch till the end. Remember not to skip the ad. And for those who have not turned on the notification bell, just turn it on. And for those who maybe they don't know me, I'm Maxwell Lumumba Africa, and Maxwell Lumumba is my name. So today we are going to dive into most dramatic, most unnecessary, and honestly the most insecure display of power I have seen in these village YouTube street. This is not just a reaction video that I'm doing. This is an autopsy, because what Daisy has done is not just childish. It is legally questionable, ethically disturbing, and emotionally embarrassing. So today we are going to analyze the video where Daisy storms into Lucas the Traveler's home, calls him a hater, claims that he pays his sister's school fee, brings Lucas' father into the drama, and then uses the police as the intimidation tool to silence reactor. Yes, police to silence village reactors. Let us think. So sit down, relax, and let us break down this entire circus one by one. So the way we can see the video. All right. So the video opens with DAVY marching confidently like a man who has just discovered a new level of entitlement. He's not coming as a content creator. He's coming as a self-appointed commander of the village police department. He walks straight to Lucas' home with zero shame, zero respect, and zero emotional intelligence. Not even a simple, "Can we talk privately?" Instead, he walks in with a camera on, recording everything as if he has the constitutional authority to invade someone's privacy. From the moment he stepped into the compound, this entire video was already illegal. Why? Because Lucas explicitly asked not to be recorded. Under Kenyan law, under global privacy standards, under common sense, when someone says don't record me, that automatically becomes a boundary. But guess what? Daisy's ego couldn't hear that. His need for validation was louder. And then he starts with the usual line. Lucas, he's a hater. Lucas is talking nonsense about my father. Lucas used my father's photo in content creation. Okay, let us stop right there, because I was just seated imagining myself that could Daisy walk the same way he did to go to Gintu's place and confront him the way he did to Lucas? It will never happen. It will never happen. And that is why that video raises a lot of questions. So, one thing that I have to talk about is using public images from public videos for commentary is not illegal. It is called fair use. It is called public interest. It is called reaction content. Every YouTuber does it. Even international YouTubers survive on that. Even Lucas, when Lucas was using that, remember Lucas, even him too need to survive in the village. You know that you're getting a lot of views, then remember Lucas is not that big the way, let's say, the likes of the Daisy. But that is how Lucas has to survive. He has to put those thumbnails so that actually to survive in the village. But because Davy lacks media literacy, he immediately jumps to the police matter. This is the typical behavior of someone who is not used to accountability. The moment someone criticizes him, he runs to police instead of addressing the content with logic. And then he says that Lucas talks shit about his father. Well, if the father is appearing in public videos and being discussed in public platform, commentary is normal. What Davy doesn't understand is that once you put someone in social media, people will react. And that is the game. You either join the game or you stop playing the game. And if you cannot handle criticism, don't be a YouTuber. Simple. That is what I can tell Davy Jr. So, now this is where things actually are falling apart. And it brings a lot of suspicions. Davy suddenly claimed that I'm the one paying Lucas' sister's school fee. Excuse me, what did this come from? Because the matter that we were really discussing here, or what was taking you to look at the traveler, is just to speak his own things. Not that now you integrate with everything that you have been doing. Since when you should bring some of the issue? Because if you are paying someone's school fee, you don't go around blackmailing them, because that is just blackmailing with it on camera. You don't weaponize that help. You don't shout it publicly to embarrass a family. That is not generosity, that is manipulation. And if it's a lie, then this is emotional blackmail to make himself look like a saint while painting Lucas as ungrateful. Either way, it is wrong. And then, like a Disney villain, calling the next character in the drama scheme. Because David decides to call Lucas' father, who told him that this is a family meeting. Who gave him the authority to summon a parent? Was this a court? Was it a school or a police station? No. Just Daisy is full of performance mode. Lucas' father arrives, confused, calm, wondering what the hell is going on. And actually Daisy starts narrating everything like he's presenting an evidence before International Criminal Court. Instead of talking calmly, man to man, is recording the father, recording Lucas, recording and lecturing them like children. This is pure public humiliation. And that is what I have to say. So, then we see that Lucas tells Lady J that stop recording. And here is the most important legal moment in the entire video. Lucas says clearly, don't record me. This is a moment any mature, sane, legally aware content creator will stop filming instantly. But not Daisy. No, ego is louder than law. Recording someone against their will is invasion of privacy, illegal under Kenya's Data Protection Act, grounds for civil lawsuit, and evidence of harassment and evidence of intimidation, especially when combined with police threats, public shaming, family involvement. And purely that is what Daisy did to look at the travel. At this point, the video becomes a weapon, not content anymore. It becomes evidence of intimidation, not log. It becomes proof of bullying, not conversation. And the saddest part, David thinks that he's winning. He thinks this is maturity. He thinks this is how you handle conflict. But all he has done is to show the world that he cannot handle criticism. He cannot handle reactors. He is willing to misuse the law to silence people in the village. This is not confidence. This is insecurity wrapped actually with ego. And that is what I can really tell Lady J. And why is he actually so threatened? Because we have to settle on this. And I'm going to give us a deep analysis, because at this point, you have to ask yourself one honest question. Why is Daisy this threatened by Lucas the Traveler? Lucas has no mansion. Lucas has no foreign sponsors. Lucas has no drama empire. Lucas is literally a small village reactor making simple commentary. And from the video that we see, Davis go ahead and points that they don't have toilet, they don't. Yeah, being poor is not a crime. That is what I usually tell people. Yeah, even those who are rebuking me that you don't even have a house, you don't even have a land, you don't even have capital. I take it positively, because I know one day I'll be growing, and it is because maybe their time is now. My time will be coming, and that is what I can really tell them, and that is the message that I can really give Lucas the Traveler. Don't lose hope. Keep on soldiering, keep on pushing until you win what you are up to. So why does this actually shake Daisy's soul like this? The answer is simple. Truth annoys the guilty. Criticism triggers for insecure. Accountability terrifies the entitled. Daisy is not angry because Lucas lied. He is angry because Lucas spoke truth he didn't want to hear. Simple. Remember, truth really pains. Truth really sucks a lot. Yeah, and this is what Daisy is doing to threaten, to silence the reactors. So let us talk about the new trend that Daisy is trying to start, using the police to silence reactor. This is not just petty, it is dangerous. He is setting a precedent where YouTube commentary become a crime, where opinions become police cases, where criticism becomes harassment charges. And who benefit from that? Only people who fear transparency, only people who want absolute control of narrative, only people who want to bully the village into silence. The law is not a toy. The police are not your private bodyguards, and your ego is not legal emergency. The moment Daisy went to the police over let's say something like a thumbnail, he exposed his own mental fragility. And what does the law says? Now, since Daisy wants to bring the law into YouTube matters, let's remind him of some basics. 1. Fair use. If your father's photo appear in a public video, they can be used in thumbnails for commentary. This is a global YouTube policy. Number 2, privacy rights. Lucas told Daisy, "Don't record me." That immediately legal consent withdrawal. Number 3, defamation work both ways. If someone critiques you based on public information, that is not defamation. But Daisy recording Lucas without consent and framing him as a hater can be defamation. Number 4, police misuse. Reporting someone for commentary is abuse of legal system. Number 5, intimidation. Bringing a parent into a public disagreement and filming it is an intimidation. Number 6, Data Protection Act. Uploading someone's image or voice without consent is a violation. So, legally speaking, Daisy is the one standing in quick stand, not Lucas. So, let us analyze the emotional manipulation, because something most viewers may not catch. When Daisy claims that I am the one paying Lucas' fees, this is manipulation psychology 101. Let me break it down for you. Step 1, claim to be a helper. Step 2, paint the other person as ungrateful. Step 3, make the public turn against them. Step 4, justify your bullying as advice. Step 5, walk away looking like the hero. This is not generosity. This is image control. This is power play. This is Daisy trying to dominate the narrative by holding a fake moral advantage. If you truly help Lucas, you will never use it publicly to shame him. Only necessitates use help as a weapon. So when Lucas' father arrives, because Daisy does what insecure people do, he rushes to explain everything before anyone else talks. This is classic defensive behavior. It shows guilt, it shows panic, it shows fear of people of being actually challenged. The father stands calm, listening, actually not angry, not shouting, but just observing. I can see Daisy trying to catch the phone, yeah, trying to scroll everything, yeah, just to show everything that is what happening, yeah, and he was just doing as if he is really enjoying, but in reality, that is just awkwardness. And that's when you realize something, that the only one emotional is that compound was Daisy. The only one shouting was Daisy. The only one recording without permission was Daisy. And the only one calling police was Daisy. So, Lucas' father had more composure than YouTuber with 75,000 subscribers, because real maturity is not views, it is behavior. Lucas refused to be filmed. Let us revisit the golden sentence of this entire video. Don't record me. When Lucas said that, multiple things happened at once. The conversation became legal. Actually, it becomes illegal. Consent was revoked. Data rights were activated. Daisy became the aggressor. The video became evidence against Daisy. But because he thinks YouTube is above the law, he kept filming. Even worse, he uploaded the footage to YouTube. This is like recording your own crime and broadcasting it. That is what Daisy did. It shows arrogance, it shows ignorance, it shows recklessness, and most importantly, it shows a lack of respect for human boundaries. So, analyzing the power imbalance, there is something psychologically happening in this situation that needs attention. On one side, you have Daisy with money, with subscribers, with influence, with police connection, with camera, with digital power. On the other side, we get the reactors, or let us just use Lucas. Small YouTuber, no resource, no police reach, no media platform, no advantage. This is power imbalance, and Daisy is using every advantage to crush Lucas publicly. This is not a fight, it is bullying. Point blank, that is totally bullying. And Davy, I have to talk about something like Davy obsession with control, because this whole drama proves one thing, that Daisy has developed an obsession with controlling narrative. Every time a reactor speaks, he panics. Every time a criticism rises, he attacks. Every time thumbnail appears, he cries. And every time truth reveals itself, he runs to police. This is not confident man. This is someone living in fear of public opinion. What is he hiding? What is he protecting? Why does criticism hit him so deeply? Because truth is fire, and only those covered in petrol fear flames. And what Daisy doesn't realize is that he's trying to embarrass Lucas. He embarrassed himself. Recording someone who asked you to stop embarrassing. Summoning someone's father like a headmaster, that is embarrassing. Running a police over YouTube commentary, that is embarrassing. Bragging about paying someone's school fees, that is embarrassing. Calling reactors haters because they expose you, that is embarrassing. Uploading the entire humiliation online, that is ultra embarrassing. So he thinks he won, but the internet memory is longer than his temper. And that is what I can really say. So the moment Daisy realizes that he overstepped, because we have to focus on that, on a subtle moment in the whole drama, there is a second, very quick, where Daisy noticed he has crossed a line. You can see it in his face. A small crack of panic, a brief flash of self-awareness, but instead of correcting himself, instead of switching off the camera, instead of saying, let us talk privately, he doubles down. This is classical insecure behavior. When wrong, talk louder. When challenged, record more. When embarrassed, attack harder. So maybe Daisy thought that him going to Lucas' premise, he can be attacked. So he wanted to get actually everything, yeah, step by step what is happening, so that in case he's being attacked, he can have a video as a proof, so as to justify that he was attacked. But that never happened. So his ambition really failed. And in the mind of someone who believes that the camera is his shield, not his accountability tool. And for this segment, this is where the situation becomes extremely dark. Because when Daisy says that he has reported Lucas to the police, that is not a statement, that is a threat. And let's be brutal honest. He didn't go to the police because he was harmed. He didn't go because he was actually in danger. He didn't go because of crime. He went because his ego was bruised. Using law enforcement as a personal revenge tool is not only unethical, it is a borderline criminal. It is the definition of abuse of process. It is a definition of malicious reporting. It is a definition of intimidation. And once you start using the police to settle YouTube disagreement, you are no longer a content creator. You are a local dictator. So Daisy is a local dictator who wants to dictate everything in Nyabuhansi village. And we have seen that. So the power of reactors. One thing Daisy didn't calculate is this. Reactors are powerful. Not because they are big, but because they are free. Reactors speak without fear. Reactors analyze what others avoid. Reactors expose the things you try to hide. And reactor with 500 subscribers can hit harder than a YouTuber with 75 or 575 subscribers, because reactors tell truth without polishing it. Davy's problem is the reactors remove the fake shine. They show the cracks in the walls, they show the ego, they show the inconsistency. And that is what terrifies him. And even in Kenyan politics, that's why we have opposition. That is the why we have opposition. And nobody has gone to report that the opposition is saying these and these. Yeah? And we call him Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga was one of the and there is nowhere you can hear that Raila Odinga was arrested because of being an opposition leader or because of speaking truth about what is happening in the government. And the government itself knows that opposition has to function, and the opposition has to speak what is really happening in the government. So I don't know why Daisy feels threatened. Yeah, he's a bigger YouTuber, I have to say that. But in reality is that reactors have to be there. And I have to appreciate about Lucas standing his ground. Let's give Lucas some credit. Lucas stood his ground. Lucas remained calm. Lucas didn't raise his voice. Lucas didn't shake. Lucas didn't panic. He was trying to express himself, but Daisy Jr. was all over shouting, even you can't even explain. Even Lucas was tired because at the end of before the end of that video, you saw Lucas walking out. He walked away. Even when his father was called, even when the police were mentioned, even when he was illegally recorded, the boy stood firm. That composure alone shows who really grown man in this video was. And it wasn't Davy. And now we have to listen very careful to this hypocrisy. We call it hypocrisy. Daisy says that Lucas is using my father's photo without permission. But wait, the same Daisy has recorded strangers on the road, children in the videos, random families, border riders, market women, pedestrian, yeah, people who didn't know they were on YouTube. Did he ask for their permission? No. He filmed entire crowds without consent. He puts villagers in the thumbnail. He shows people homes. He exposes private conversations. But suddenly, when someone uses his father's photo, a photo he himself uploaded, not that he became it became a policeman. This is not protection. This is double standard. The ego of a rising YouTuber. Because we have to talk about that. The new wave of ego that Daisy is riding. He has tasted views, he has tasted attention, he has tasted fame, and he now believes that criticism is beneath him. But fame without humiliation is poison. And in this case, the poison is killing his judgment. Because real, mature YouTubers understand one thing. You do not fight reactors with police. You fight them with better content. And that is what I can say. And when it comes to manipulative language, I want you to pay attention to how DAVY speaks during the confrontation. He uses phrases like, I support your family. I help you take care of you. I pay your school fee. I have always been on your side. These are not innocent statements. These are control phrases. These are the same lines used by manipulators who want to dominate a relationship. The moment someone tells you, I help you, therefore, you cannot criticize me, run. That is emotional blackmail disguised as generosity. Even this reminds me, okay, before even I talk what reminds me, let me just put this clear. Daisy goes ahead and tell Lucas the Travel that you can stop doing videos on maybe on reaction. I can help you grow your tube. I can show you how you can do good content. Remember, Lucas has been my friend. There is a time I myself, I actually called Daisy, told him this when I was starting my YouTube channel. Daisy, I want you to help me here that. I want you, maybe you can help me how to do this YouTube thing so that I can reach, maybe I can just get the way you do your videos. Just give me something like a shout out, or let us just do videos together so that I know it will be creating an impact on my side. And this is what Daisy told me. And I can't forget that day. Daisy told me this. Because today you are, okay. For me, I'm just a smaller YouTuber. My brother here, Marwa, can really help you grow that because he's a good man. That is what David told me. So he never helped me. So when you see me doing here reaction and analyzing all these things, not because I'm fed up, because yeah, sometimes you want to reach where people are, but the same people are actually they're pushing you back. Look at what is happening in YouTube street nowadays in Nyabuhanse. People are doing a lot of shower videos because the bigger YouTubers are now not helping you, especially those who are calling themselves that they are positive. Yeah, this reminds me, when you go to these people that call themselves that positive, they will not even give you a shout out. They won't help you in growing your channel, and that is why the youths, the young YouTubers have gone and got a space that, why can't we do maybe bathing video? Then at least we can be recognized internationally. Yeah, even sometimes, even I myself, I usually sit down then ask myself, should I go and do, because I need money at the end of the day, should I go to the river then start doing taking shower videos so that I can get a lot of views, I can get money? Yeah, you know, an idle mind is a devil workshop, and that's what I'm saying here. It is a reality. The likes of Daisy, they can't really help you. They know who to help. And you can see him right, left, and center running with boys. I don't know what is the problem with him. Yeah. So that is emotional blackmail disguised as generosity. So when Daisy told Lucas that, come, I'll show you, and I know very well the next time when Lucas will go and tell Daisy that, okay, you said something, can you just, okay, help me rebuild my YouTube channel? It will not happen. It will not. That is waste of time, waste of energy, waste of actually your entire, actually what you are supposed to do. And what I love about Lucas' father is his silence. His silence spoke louder than Davy shouted. He wasn't impressed, he wasn't intimidated, he wasn't excited. He looked at Daisy like, young man, what are you doing? Why are you bringing cameras into family matters? Why are you dragging police into smaller disagreements? Why are you humiliating my son publicly? The father saw immaturity. The father saw disrespect. The father saw ego. And the irony is, Daisy thought he looked powerful. But in the father's eyes, he looked lost. And this is where the damage becomes real. What Daisy did sends a terrible message to the community. If someone comments about you, call police. If someone criticizes you, criticizes your comment, confront them with a camera. If someone tells you the truth, intimidate them. If someone reacts, threaten them. This is toxic behavior. Instead of building a supportive YouTube community, Daisy is turning the village into a war zone. People are now afraid to speak. Reactors are now targeted. Families are now dragged into drama. Police are now used like toys. This is not leadership. This is tyranny. And when we are talking about tyranny, this reminds me of a man called Miguna in Kenya, who was deported back to Canada. This now reminds me about tyranny. Yeah. And I'm not boarding. That is what Miguna was saying, that I'm not boarding. Yeah. So let us start maybe talking like the recording content. Actually Daisy's biggest mistake. So Daisy recorded Lucas without consent, and this is not small. This is not minor. This is not something you defend with excuses. The moment Lucas said, don't record, everything changed. After that statement, filming became illegal, uploading became illegal, audio became illegal, using the footage became illegal, using the father's voice became illegal. This is not my opinion. This is the law. And the funniest part is that Davy exposed himself on his own channel. He shared evidence against him. He basically handed the police a ready-made file label. This is how I violated Data Protection Act. In psychology, we call these self-sabotage rooted in ego. For those who know psychology, the word said it is called self-sabotage rooted in ego. And the police report a weapon, not a complainant. Let's go deeper into the so-called police report. When a genuine person goes to the police, they say, I feel threatened, I was harmed, I was extorted, I was endangered. But what was Daisy's complaint? Someone used my father's photo as on a thumbnail. Imagine walking into a police station filled with real cases, theft, accidents, abuse, domestic violence, and then you present that, do you see how unserious it is? And it didn't stop there. He then went to actually Lucas' home, used the police report as psychologically weapon and said, I have reported you, I'll be taking action. This is not seeking justice. This is intimidation. This is coercion. This is misuse of authority, and legally that can backfire. Yeah. So there is a silent power game here that many viewers miss. Ask yourself, why did Daisy feel that he need to call Lucas' father? Why did he need an older, respected man present? Why did he need validation? Why did he need to narrate the story before Lucas could speak? Because he needed an audience to feel powerful, because he wanted to look like the bigger man, because he wanted actually to corner Lucas psychologically, because he wanted to back up for his ego. But here the twist, the father didn't give Daisy what he wanted. There was no appraise, no agreement, no anger towards Lucas, no excitement, just a father who was thinking that this boy is filming my family issues for content. Unbelievable. And let me talk about what we call the social damage. Daisy is turning the village against creators. The entire incident has created a dangerous ripple effect in the community. Before, villagers saw YouTubers as creators, as entertainers, people bringing change. Now, Daisy has made villagers see YouTubers, snitches, police callers, intimidators, people who weaponize the camera, people who expose private conversation online. This behavior is damaging the reputation of every young creator in that region, because now, whenever a youth picks up a camera, villagers will think, is recording me secretly? Will he upload me without asking? Will he take me to the police if I speak honestly? Will he use me for drama? This is how one reckless YouTuber destroys trust of everyone. That's why a lot of them are doing bathing videos, because they want peace. You know, when you go and do bathing videos, you are you. Maybe the cameraman, you can hang a camera somewhere. It is just you and waters. Nobody will come there and start bragging that these a lot of information. So I have to do what we call the narcissism breakdown, because we have to break down the psychological behind what we are witnessing. Everything Daisy did in this video points towards one thing: a necessity defense spiral. Let me explain. Narcissists hate criticism. Narcissists demand admiration. Narcissists seek control. Narcissists fear exposure. Narcissists always see themselves as the victim. Look at Daisy's action. Calls react as haters. Claims he is misunderstood, runs to police over small issues, record others but hates being recorded, use help as emotional leverage, believes people owe him loyalty, needs to win argument publicly. This is a textbook behavior. And the real story, what was Daisy trying to hide? Now let us talk about an uncomfortable question. What was Daisy trying to hide by silencing Lucas? Why does a small reactor with less than 3,000 views threaten him that much? Because Lucas mentioned things Daisy didn't want to be discussed. And I know that video, especially with that video that was done about the intention of Daisy in Dancing Grandma premise about land scamming, because Lucas connected dots Davy didn't want aligned. Because Lucas analyzed patterns Davy hoped nobody would notice. Reactors expose inconsistencies, reactors expose contradictions, reactors expose hypocrisy. That is not real reason for police drama. Not the photo, not the thumbnail, not the father. Is the truth that Lucas said. And this makes me even to think further. Yeah, Daisy was scared with much of the information that Lucas was giving out. Remember, Lucas knows very well about the family. Lucas is now becoming because nowadays we don't even have reactors in Yabuhanse. Lucas is now coming up. Yeah, the likes of It's Gin to the Real G is now doing a lot of videos about charity. The likes of Masubo, we don't even see, it is now like 2 weeks, we don't see him even doing a video. We don't know where he is. So a lot of reactors are now silenced. And this is now my final analysis. Who was wrong? Let us summarize this whole case like a neutral judge. We have Lucas used a public photo, commented on public videos, spoke his mind, asked not to be recorded. That is Lucas. Davy on the other side, recorded with consent, without consent, uploaded without consent, publicly shamed someone, used police as threat, manipulated with I pay school fees, called someone's father, tried to silence reactor, weaponizing influence. Now ask yourself, who is the villain in this story? Because every indicator points in one direction. So the closing message that I can give us, Daisy, if you ever watch this, you cannot bully your way through YouTube. You cannot use police to silence opinion. You cannot call reactors hate every time you feel exposed. You cannot drag people's father into drama. You cannot use your help as a weapon. You cannot become a village tyrant. You cannot. YouTube is not your kingdom. People are not your subject. Reactors are not your enemy. Grow up, learn media ethics, respect consent, respect boundaries, respect criticism, and above all, respect the law. So, to all reactors watching these, understand one thing. Your voice is needed. Your analysis is needed. Your coverage is needed. Because if you stop speaking, people like Daisy will dominate the narrative unchallenged. We must keep the balance. We must keep accountability. We must keep the conversation alive. Reactors are not enemies. They are mirrors. They are mirrors. They don't lie. So, To end my analysis, because after here I'm going to do a video on lifestyle, because I have to show what we are doing today with Shem. If Davy wants to run away from criticism, he should stop posting. If he wants to silence reactors, he should leave YouTube. If he wants no thumbnail of his father, he should stop uploading him. If he wants no discussion, he should stop creating drama. You cannot start a fire and then cry about the smoke. Yeah, that is what I can really do. So let me just show us what we are doing today, so that we can really appreciate. Yeah, because outside, yeah, the house is very clean, so I have to put my sandals, then show us what is happening today, because you see we're removing some clothing, the beddings, everything outside, so that we can do some thorough cleaning. Even Shem himself here, he has started washing clothes. Shem, you are washing clothes? Yeah. You have already finished? Introduce yourself to the camera.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good people. It's another day. It's a Monday morning. It's a new month.
Exactly.
24 days to December.
Exactly.
To Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah, so we are preparing ourselves for the big day.
Exactly.
So our viewers, our listeners, God bless the work of your hands. As of now, He's blessing mine.
Exactly.
Keep tuned.
Yeah. Which plans do you have in this month? Because Christmas is one of it, and the year is almost ending. So this is now the final lap when the year is ending. What are the plans? Because what are the plans?
Okay, I don't have big plans.
Yeah.
The main plan is
the
negative things I was doing previously.
Yeah.
I want to start a new month, a fresh new month, so that when
you have never exposed the negative thing. What negative things are you talking about? That is a story for another day. Yeah.
I have many negative things, but there are the three big ones.
Yeah.
I will talk about them next time.
Yeah.
That is now.
Yeah.
I've chilled.
You have chilled.
I want to begin a new year.
Yeah.
New vision, new plans, but I want to start this month.
Exactly.
December.
So the turning point is this month.
Yeah, December 2025.
Yeah, because I and Shem, actually, the reason why Shem is speaking about that, I and Shem, we are really passing through a lot. Yeah. Even though I'm hosted by Shem, but we really pass a lot of things. Yeah. Yeah, because you can see even our project is just sleeping here. We were planning we make the housing of chicken, we make the housing of cattle, then we even search money so that we can start even buy one cattle for ourselves, because the other cattle, they belong to somebody else, yeah, right? So we have to start our own project, and our project is slightly going slow. Can you tell us the reason why it is going slow?
The main thing is lack of funds.
Yes.
And the fundis.
Yeah, the fundi.
They are busy.
They are very busy, because actually I wasn't around for some 2 days, and I was expecting that things will be running normal, but just to find out that things are not going the way I had planned, because the fundi comes, goes, the same fundi. So I have to look for another alternative. So because when I was away, I thought out. When I came, I now realized that nothing was taking place. So I have to get an alternative way to rescue those animals over there, and that is what I'm going to do. Because the 2 days I was liking bundles, so that's why I never uploaded any video. So Shem, I'm really grateful for your time. Let me just take them, show them what is really happening, if there is any change. I really appreciate for you hosting me.
They have grown.
Yeah, they have really grown. 3 weeks and they have really grown. Yeah, exactly. So guys, the way I said, these are the timbers, because I was okay, the fundi are the, I don't know, we call the mason or what, the carpenter was supposed to make. Now hizi sungura zinapatiwa chakula? Okay. These are beautiful rabbits, yeah. For those who have never seen rabbits, these are beautiful rabbits over here. These are the rabbits. They'll be given food. So then we have Mona Lisa. Yeah, we have Mona Lisa there and Ruth Odinga sleeping there. Those are the cows that we have. These are the chicken we have. So basically the major thing are these chicks that I want to show us. Let me show us these chicks. Yes. Hai, zimekula chakula. Oh, ulikuwa umeziwekea chakula? Guys, these are 3 weeks old chicks. Very big, yeah? They have really grown. Yeah? 3 weeks, really grown. Through me and Shem, we made it be realized. 3 weeks, and they are so big, yeah, so big and healthy. So far, none of it has died, right? Hakuna mwenye amekufa. Yeah, I must shame that. Yeah, they are very healthy, very healthy and big. Yeah. So this is kudos to 30 chicks of ours. This is a very big project to start with. Yeah. If we could be having money, we could be bringing a very big project to this village. But everything is just pole, slow by slow. You can see like these ones have opened them. They have come to burst for sun here. Yeah, they have come to burst. 3 weeks, guys. 3 weeks. Nimeziachia zikule tu zote. 3 weeks, guys. Very big. Na mbona huyu jike analia kama yeye ndo alizibrudi hizi faranga? Umegundua hivyo? No, not ilikuwa. Si unajua huyu tulimnunua akiwa msichana mdogo. Yeah. So we are discussing with the Shem that this chicken here, this one here, we brought it when it was very small. This that has a lot of colors, this one, yeah. It is now doing it is as if it was brooding these chicks, yeah. And that behavior is not normal, but it shows a very good characteristics of being a very good mother. That is mothering instinct. So that tells us that that chicken can be a very good mother to these chicks here, and that is something very good, very wonderful, yeah. And so our project is still stagnated. Sun is now rising. Our project, but hopeful. Let me just take time today look for fundis so that we can commence in everything so that we do. You can see cleaning. Today's cleaning day. In Africa, we wash using our hands. So for those who think maybe we wash using, we call them the machines. We don't even have electricity in this premise, but the pole is just here. No electricity, no Wi-Fi, nothing at all. We just survive in the village. That is what I can really say, yeah. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. More and more videos are coming on your way, yeah. Our house is still, since we painted it, it is still shining, yeah. This is how it is, and this is what it is, yeah. Shining. Our kameza, our small table here, this is what we have as a table here. This is a small table, yeah. This is just a table for putting our things here, yeah. So that is what I can really say. For those who have not subscribed to this amazing YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share to other people about the type of video, the type of analysis that I usually do when it comes to this YouTube channel, yeah. Because we have to speak things the way they are. We don't add flavors, we don't add I don't know what. This is how things are. So thank you for watching. Let us stay tuned. Let us meet in the next episode, because I'm back in the village. At least I have some bundles. I can upload like 2 videos. The reason why I had silenced because I was lacking some bundles to upload videos, but now I'm back. Let us stay tuned. Those 2 days we have to compensate, so stay tuned. Let us get started. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye.